This is a game of never have I ever. I can quite confidently say I have never been attacked by a dolphin. How does one just casually get attacked by a dolphin? She didn't know if I had bodies buried in my backyard. I don't have bodies buried in my backyard, and it's not just because my backyard is mostly concrete. Anyway, this nourish for you. I'm going to use Did you get that? I hope that made sense. That is the logic that I am looking that I am looking at. Wow, just went straight in on the Australian there. A room for the enjoyment counteracted the fact that my brain was just like, this is going, there's a lot, there's a lot, there's a lot, there's a lot. I'm not having a stroke, I promise. I spent a lot of my life as a people pleaser. This is very much not how you please a person. Unless they're into that, but that's a different kind of people pleaser. And there's been a great reduction in the chlamydia aspect of the koala population. So hooray for koalas and their reduced STDs. I don't generally say that, you know, resolving things with violence is necessarily a good thing, but sometimes you just gotta hit a guy in the nuts. Who up boozling there been? Well, maybe after stream. You guys can do it as much as you want. It's just, you know, I got a stream and apparently TOS frowns upon that. Licorice or burnt rubber, neither of which are overly optimal flavors. Oh God, that's burnt rubber. Oh God, oh, that's terrible. I gain nothing from this to my knowledge. But it is fun. On one hand, not enough water. On the other hand, too much water. And this is why I don't like going on boats. I couldn't set fire to anything, which was kind of, it was getting to me. But the fact that I could just do some random acts of vandalism actually made me feel Wagwan chat. Don't know why I started like that, but hello, welcome in. It's another day, it's another morning, evening, whatever it may be for you. Hello, King. Welcome in for welcome in for today's stream. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in. It's don't know what we're doing this stream. I feel like I just woke up. I've been awake for about an hour, but most of that was just putting this face on. It shouldn't take that long, but it'll get better. Jaguar James is infected. It seems that way. But yes, it is that time of the week again, where I am back for my guaranteed at least one stream per week. Again, I am hoping for more. We will see if and when I get around to doing that. But you know, we take it as it comes. So we are here. We have our stream for the week. Haven't, as you can probably tell by the title, haven't decided what I'm going to be doing for today's stream. As I just mentioned, I kind of just woke up, so my brain is really just kind of running on fumes at the moment. I'm averaging about 4 hours sleep a night lately, which I'm told is not the recommended amount. So we'll see how that pans out. I will probably go straight back to sleep as soon as I finish stream. Whenever that may be. Also, we have, you can't see it now. Dog below screen. That's your average, but not normal. Yeah, I think that there seems to be a trend there. Because like, yeah, I really do need more sleep because I've heard that it's good for your health to get between, you know, 6 to 8 hours sleep, but that is just not where I go. Because it's there is plenty of sleep. Okay, good to know. At least I'm in, you know, like-minded company. We'll see if she's visible, but it's nope. You can only see me in that one. So we'll switch to this one then. Dog. So we have a visitor. We'll see how long she hangs around for, but we will see, nonetheless. And yeah, I woke up about an hour ago. I did not. I planned to get up and be streaming earlier, but yeah, turns out when you're only running on 4 hours sleep, sticking to a schedule is not always the easiest thing to do, or at least not as easy as it used to be. So. Sorry, my cat is sitting very close to things that can be knocked over, and she's eyeing them very precariously. So I don't really want to have to clean that up if I can help it. So we will be keeping an eye on her whilst I'm streaming today. My lighting seemed off for some reason. It's fine. I'm just overthinking it. But yes, so today's stream, there is, me, obviously. My last stream, I played a little bit of Slay the Princess. I had to think of what the name of it was there, which I had a lot of fun with. I didn't actually finish it, but I kind of want to because it's one of those games that has a lot of replayability, and I have not finished it for the first time. So I can't replay it if I haven't finished it the first time. Because it's because it's a game with like a time loop situation, I think. One playthrough is like the equivalent of 5 or 6 playthroughs. So realistically, I've got to play it like 6 times to finish it the first time. So I haven't done that yet. I've only technically finished it twice. So I got some work to do on that front. We have that. The other option, have someone trying to get into your shirt. Well, I imagine she'll get in there eventually. She seems the type that once she if it's who I think you're referring to, I'm sure she'll find a way in there eventually. She'll be going to purchase sleep. Yeah, probably. I think she's just found a better place to sleep from the sounds of things. So well, if she falls asleep in your shirt, then I guess that's her new perch. So my one, well, not a bird per se, but mine is currently gone in. She's in the shirt. Okay. So I guess now we're playing the waiting game. So this one is currently just sitting in her usual spot between me and the keyboard, which is super helpful. And we will see if she gets bitey, because once she gets settled down between me and my keyboard, she gets very, not defensive, territorial. Let's say that. And yeah, she's gotten comfy, I think, because now that she knows that there are treats that I keep in my room specifically for her, she has taken to waiting, and because eventually she knows she'll get some, and she probably will, but it's just a matter of when. So we will see. She'll have to wait and see on that front, but there is also a potential treat for me in there as well. As between now and my previous stream, I got at least one new follower, and as many of you may be aware, I have my Bean Boozled follower challenge currently. So any new followers, for the moment, they get a bean, and so we have at least one of those in between here and last stream. So for the new follower, we have my beans, and as you can tell, we have a cat who also wants beans, but because she thinks these are her treats, because they sound like her treats. They're not her treats, though. She would not like these. Half the time I don't like these, but that's where the fun of the game is. So we have, for the new follower, I believe this one was Galescus, who joined yesterday. From the looks of things, according if my stream elements is accurate. According to my Twitch count, I have another follower that joined between now and then, but they're not showing up on my stream elements, which is a bit odd. So I can only really do the one that I can see, because I can verify it, but Again, she thinks she's getting treats. She will, just not now. This is bean time. This is bean time now, folks. And for the first bean, oh my god, they've all just gone into the wrong section. So, and now she's abusing my equipment because I haven't given her stuff yet. So we have, for this one, it's the fucking green one again, which is, for those playing at home, it is either Juicy Pear or Booger. Kitty wants to beat. She does. She's not allowed to, though. She has other treats. And she will get those treats later if she's good and doesn't bite me. That is the question. But she can't have the beans. Because I don't know if they're, like, poisonous or not. They might be. Maybe not. I don't know. But for today, or at least for this latest follow, we have the green bean, the Juicy Pear / Booger. Or, you know, as I like to say it, the Booger, which kind of just tastes more like eating a tree. So we have a green one. And I'm eating a tree. Brilliant. That is exactly what I want at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, well, luckily I have plenty of things to dilute that with. I do not have a lot of luck with that green one. Genuinely concerned Angel might fall asleep in the shirt. She probably will. If it's normally her time to be going to sleep, she's probably going to fall asleep in the shirt. So good luck with that. That bean was disgusting. I do not love that. I do not love that one. And I don't actually know if I've ever had one of the good ones for that. Which means I have to remove her again? Yeah. She'll probably won't appreciate that a great deal, I would imagine. So yeah, have fun with removing her from her new comfy home. Because she's probably not going to be super thrilled with that one. So that was my latest bean. If I have any new people in chat who are not currently following, feel free to do so, and then watch me potentially have to deal with a gross flavored bean, because it should be 50-50 with regards to, you know, good beans and bad beans. But realistically, it's probably closer to about that. So it's like 70-30 with the good beans and with the bad beans and good beans. So I don't know if that's intentional or if I've just got really shitty luck. So, because that green one, I don't think I've ever had the Juicy Pear. Hello. Can I help you? She's intrigued, but I don't know if she knows what by. She just wants to steal the limelight. What are you doing? I also have to be careful she's not going to knock stuff over, because I don't care for that. But yeah, so I've had a what are you doing? Apologies. She is scratching at a cupboard for some reason. Can you move? That's enough of that. That's enough of that. There's nothing even in the damn cupboard, so I have no idea what she's even going after. So yeah, so we have we've had an actually kind of productive week, give or take, because, you know, as you're aware, I work full time, so outside of that, generally I don't have a lot of time to be doing fun stuff. So what I have, however, been doing is well, the other half of my stream title, which is I was recently gifted the game Slay the Spire 2, and when I'm not working and cleaning or sleeping, which are like my main three things, I've been playing a bit of that, and it is very Moorish. It's the kind of game where it's just like, oh, just one more level, and then an hour's gone by. Just one more level, another hour goes by, and So it's that is another possibility for today's stream. I'm leaning towards Slay the Princess as opposed to Slay the Spire, but we'll probably be slaying something. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. But because I've been doing Slay the Spire, it's the kind of game where I can have other things going on my other monitor, which is very lucky because it's given me a chance to catch up on some shows that I've been meaning to watch for a while and have not been. One more run, 3 more runs, 7 hours later. Basically, yeah. Because I got this game. So for me, it's Monday morning. I got this game Saturday morning. I think I'm already on about 6 hours, which again, doesn't sound like a lot. But given that, again, I work full time and still have to, sleep at some point, playing that much for me is a decent amount of time. And it's definitely been the addiction is starting to kick in because it's one of those games where I'm just like it's occupying my thoughts a lot more than I would like it to be, which is not great. Because I'm pretty sure that is the start of what would be considered an addiction. So it's gonna be just one game where I hear birds chirping out. It's the sun rising. Yep. Yeah, it's been a few times. Well, almost like that. And I've had to remind myself. I was like, oh, you have to work in the morning. You probably should stop playing now. It is about 2 to 3 in the morning. You probably should get some sleep between now and when you wake up at whatever time it is you wake up. And so I've been doing that, and I think that was the plan of the person who gifted it to me. And I don't think she's watching at the moment, but fuck you for that. But yes, it's an enjoyable game, but it's very easy to lose time to. So, yeah, that is the other half option of my streaming for today, potentially. Either I can try and finish my playthrough for the Slay the Princess. I keep getting them mixed up because they both slaying something. And the odds of me having both games at the same time, both actively being played, keeps fucking up my thought process, and that doesn't help. But if you are after a game that is very easy to lose time to, Slay the Spire 2 is a very fun roguelike deck builder, and I would recommend it. And now that I've played it a few times, so it's I was not expecting to be gifted that game. And so it kind of threw me. And so then I was like, oh, I'll just give it a go. I'll just, it's they went to the effort of getting me this game. They didn't have to. It would be rude of me not to try it out. And then, yeah, like 3 hours later, I was like, oh, okay. A little bit of, so you have redeems coming soon-ish, hopefully. That hopefully is soon-ish is probably the closest word for that. I've had that in my stream title for a while because I'm optimistic, and right now I'm also a little bit annoyed because realistically I have been above my threshold for affiliate for about 3 weeks now. And yet I have not been given the approval to do so. And it was getting a little annoying. So yesterday, I finally got around to, because I forgot that Twitch support was a thing, because it's a very oxymoronic name. Twitch support doesn't really always help as much as they would like to. But yes, so I emailed them yesterday, and I just kind of went, hey, guys, it says on your site it should only take 48 to 72 hours for approval, and I didn't push the issue at first because I had spoken to, like, I knew a few other people who said that it took them, like a week or two to hear back to get their approval. We're at 3 weeks now, at least. And Twitch has a support team? Yeah, allegedly. If that is the case, I will believe it when I see it. So yeah, I emailed them yesterday to just go, hey guys, can we catch up, please? I think you may be a little behind on that, because toxic clicking, clocks are ticking, and so yeah, soon is the key word from that one. When? I couldn't tell you. I was kind of hoping for this like 2 weeks ago. I have to deal with them past week, did not really get a helpful reply. That sounds about right. I was like, thank you for giving me a platform to stream on Twitch, but you guys really need to work on your support network. Given that also, for example, the reminder that there was a Twitch support option, I just got reminded from the Crow Alternative stream recently where he had sent them a message and they just went, yeah, here's the rules. And he did it when he asked, I couldn't see anything in the rules. Can you tell me if this is okay? And they went, don't know, here's the rules. That reminded me, like, oh yeah, they are an option, but I don't know how quickly I'm going to hear back from them. So for some reason, watch streak got reset as they claim I missed stream. Yeah, I heard about that. That was a bit weird. I'm honestly surprised that hasn't happened to me, because, like, for me at least, my ability to watch a lot of the European UK streamers is a little bit limited at the moment. Because, for example, as I mentioned before, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. This is around about the time, for example, Crow Alternative would be going and finishing his stream. And therefore, because of that, he starts about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for me. And I like him, but I can't sustainably wake up at that time regularly. that would not be great for my health. So yeah. I'm surprised I haven't lost a watch streak on his streams yet. So we will touch wood on that one. I think this is wood. I don't know if this is like actual wood or fake wood. I'm just tapping my desk. I'm tapping something that may or may not be wood. So fingers crossed. That I can do. Because apparently I may have a mild form of EDS. So I have very kind of bendy fingers. That's not relevant, but anyway. So, oh, don't know why that set off coughing fit. Anyway, but yes, it's been a week. I've been catching up on a lot of shows. I'm now up to, I semi-binged the series Amazing Digital Circus. I liked it. I think I'm up to like I think I finished episode 7. And apparently there's a new one coming out. So that was perfect timing, which is lucky for me. So, I've done that. And I'm finally watching the 2nd season of Fallout. And I'm finally watching the latest season of The Boys. And I feel like there's another show that I've started rewatching as well. And I couldn't tell you what it is. It's having my attention divided is not always the best way to do things. Given that, like, I have a dissociative condition and my ability to focus is strained at the best of times. So actively splitting my attention is not necessarily the most efficient way for me to do things, as much as I probably could. So we have that. And I've been enjoying Amazing Digital Circus. It's been a lot of fun. I can see why people like it. I have heard that it is apparently it's one of those ones that's like it's a good show, shitty fandom. So I don't know how accurate that is. Because I've heard that, I intentionally have stayed out of the fandom space for that one because I'm just like, you know what? I enjoyed the show. I don't need to tank that with people. So it's been a good show. It's I would say it's different. It's not necessarily different, but it is interesting. So we have that, and that's pretty good. And we have so I've mostly been watching television and playing Slay the Spire in my downtime. I should have been doing more things, probably. But realistically, my apparently there'll be a screening of the final episode here in Netherlands. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to do that in Australia as well, because that's one of those ones where it's like it is technically an indie film, but so was Iron Lung, and they showed Iron Lung where I live. So the new episode's going to be long, and so start chatting like, well, yeah, that's the thing, because like I don't know if it's because they got Iron Lung, which I was very surprised by. So it's very possible that they may get Digital Circus as well. So if enough people are asking the cinemas will show it, hopefully, yeah, that'd be good, because that's the because it's like I enjoyed it. Whether I would go to see it at the movies, maybe. I don't know. Movies are expensive, for me at least, because fun fact I recently discovered, Australia is expensive compared to a lot of other places. I'm used to it because I live here. But for example, I recently was made aware of the fact that apparently Australia is in like the top 3 of cost of living for people who need to be gluten-free, which I do because I've got a fairly moderate gluten allergy, which can lead to very bad things if I intentionally eat it. And I've either had to cut out a lot of things or swap a lot of things. And I found in this report that apparently, we're in like the top 3 for being, most expensive place to live for a gluten-free person. And I was like, great. Of course we are. Gonna put angels to purchasing myself to bed. All good. Thank you for joining tonight, King. I appreciate that. That's rough. Yeah, it's not the best. Because at first I was like, oh, I'm sure it's expensive everywhere, and it kind of is. Because for example, like apparently in the UK, gluten-free stuff on average is like 150% of the price of non-gluten-free stuff. Australia is apparently 200% of the price of non-gluten-free stuff. So I was like, cool. Guess I'll just die. Although I've heard that apparently New Zealand is also not great for that. But New Zealand is expensive in general. Like I've heard that a lot. And like I've been to New Zealand. I will verify that things are expensive in New Zealand, and it's kind of why one of those places that people are like, it's good if you're visiting because you're only like exposed to those prices for a short period of time. Less great for the people who have to live there because they also have to deal with those prices. And it's so they're kind of just expensive in general. So that's kind of annoying for them as well. I would love it if gluten-free stuff was, well, more mainstream, because I'd hope that if it's more mainstream, it's less expensive. So that's not how it's been, however. Yay, capitalism. So we have it's been fun ever since I've had to start, cutting out gluten-free things so that I, don't die. Because it's one of those ones where it's like, if it says it contains gluten, I will cut it out of my diet. If it says it may contain gluten, I think about it, depending on how badly I'm craving it. Have a lovely rest of the stream. Chat, have a good one. See you next time. Thank you for joining, King. Have a great evening. Get a bit of rest. I will see you soon, hopefully. But yeah, so that's kind of one of those things where it's like if it says it does contain gluten, I'm not eating it. If it says it may contain gluten, if I'm really, really craving it, I may risk it, because it may contain is a dice roll for me, because it usually means it was made in the same place as something that has, that does have gluten in it, which is not ideal, but it's less likely to like immediately kill me. And I say kill me. It's never like killed me. It has made me nearly pass out and or stop breathing a couple of times, which is not great, which is why I generally don't really want to risk it. But it's one of those ones where it's like if I have a reaction, if I'm lucky, I will just have like really bad stomach troubles for the next couple of days. If I'm less lucky, that's when the breathing issues come in. And I don't know if you know this, but breathing is kind of important, apparently. I've heard that's a good thing. But it's not great. And I'm just like, I'm really looking forward to the day when gluten-free stuff gets more mainstream, because that way, hopefully, things will be less stupidly, annoyingly expensive. And we can all live happily in a non-poisonous environment, which will be fucking amazing. So we'll look forward to that. But again, I'm not holding my breath. Again, I hear breathing is important. But yes, we have a stream. We will see how we go for today. I don't have much planned apart from one of my games. We have another visitor. Hello. Anyway, so yes, and I'm really hoping that Twitch gets their act together, because like I said, I've had redeems coming soon on my stream title for a while now. And I would like to be able to change that, or just be able to remove it when they're actually active. That would be fucking amazing, because I would love to do all of those. Hopefully that'll, be like words. But we have, yes, words. Okay, my God. Have I mentioned I just woke up? So we'll see how today goes with talking, and that's what this is for. This is my brain boosting juice, when the cat is not in the way from me being able to drink it. Cool. So, how's everybody doing? How's everyone's evening/weekend been? For some reason, I thought it was still Easter. I don't know why I thought it was still Easter. Apparently, part of my brain is still stuck back on whenever that was. Was that last weekend? My brain is big and smart. So, happy not Easter. And I hope everyone's had a good non-Easter weekend. I still have Easter chocolate as well. I think that is part of the reason my brain still thinks it's Easter, is because it's just like, oh, we've still got food. It's a weekend. It could be Easter. No one's telling me otherwise. Some reason laptop's automatically turned on was stopping me from opening some website. That's annoying. I do know that some websites don't like VPNs, which is a little bit annoying, but yeah, that's weird that it did that. I have had that happen myself, actually, and there's been a few times where, well, yeah, I'd be in the middle of something and then it comes, like, it'll just pop up with, hey, we've just changed a setting, and I'm like, I don't think I told you to do that. So hopefully you're able to access those settings again. They're just fully blocking me. Great. That is a promising start. So yeah, that is so weird. I'm just trying to think if my laptop's antivirus has done that. I don't know. Well, my laptop's antivirus might be doing that, except I haven't used my laptop in like 2 years, so I doubt my antivirus is working at the moment. Don't know why it turned itself on. Yeah, they're fun like that. The computers are learning. So it's the computers are getting smarter, but in a really stupid way. So yeah. That's also the other reason why I have not updated my OBS, this program. I need to, because I like to try and update it every now and then. But I just know that anytime I go to update it, it's going to fuck something up. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the week trying to figure out why it's fucking up. And I don't really know why it does that. Because, for example, last week in my last stream, I mentioned that I didn't love what OBS did with the color settings for my camera. And so I did it. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole and started looking up answers for, what could have been causing these issues. And I found a couple of answers and I went, cool, I'm going to implement those answers. And so I did. And then I went into, I went into my OBS settings and I changed what I needed to change. And then when I was doing like demo recordings to see, hey, is this going to work for me? And it was looking promising. Things were looking how I wanted them to look. There was a little bit of lag with my lips and the audio, which I didn't love, but visually it looked cleaner than what I had it before. And entered today, where I've gone into my OBS and I've gone to start stream. Why have my settings reverted back to how they were before, despite the fact that all of the changes are still in place? What the fuck, OBS? Okay, so that'll be my next problem. Because it's let me just see if I can fix whatever the hell is going on with this. Because it's I don't know if that helped. Maybe. Oh well. But yes, it's done some changes that it shouldn't have, and I don't love that. So we are a little annoyed. OBS devs just like fucking with streamers. They really do. It really does seem like they just like to keep them. Well, actually, I suppose that's true. They like to keep themselves in a job. So they fix one problem and implement several more, so that way they will always have something to patch later. Because that really does seem like what's happening with it. So yeah, don't love that. So I have an update that I have not done, given that I just put all of these changes in to get my camera looking slightly more like what I want it to do. It's not 100% there at the moment because it's being weirdly annoying about it. Given that, like I said, it was looking how I wanted it to, and then all of a sudden it isn't. So, not loving that. Hooray for OBS. And this is meant to be the good one, apparently, out of all the programs that I've heard of people using. It's so often it's just like, oh yeah, like Streamlabs is one thing, and but OBS is like, it's better, but you got to put a bit more work into it. And I will agree that you do have to put a bit more work into it, but it really does seem like one of those ones where it's just like, have fun, buddy. Figure it out, or don't. Because it's just like, yeah, Streamlabs is more streamlined, but a lot more resource intensive. OBS by itself is not as resource intensive, but it can be once you start adding all the plugins into it. And that's where they get you. My hair keeps doing things. So it's not doing what I want it to do. I will figure out why eventually. Who knows when? That is anybody's guess. Look who's back. Welcome in, Lizzie. Thank you again. Well, at the moment I'm just complaining about OBS. So it's been interesting with OBS lately. We've also been talking about, potentially what I may do on the stream, because I've got a couple of options. I may continue playing Slay the Princess as I had last week, or I may play some of a game I was recently gifted called Slay the Spires. But either way, I'll probably be slaying something. So how have you been? How's your weekend? As I mentioned before, I keep going to say, how's your Easter been? But that was not this week. That is not this week. But my brain is stuck on that because I still have some Easter chocolate left. And apparently that is enough for my brain to think that it's still Easter. So that's a whole other problem. And yeah, now I'm currently complaining about OBS because last week I was complaining about it changing the settings of my camera in a way that it shouldn't have been. And so I went and found some ways to fix that, which was great because it was like being fixed for a while. And then as soon as I went into stream today, all of the settings, despite still being in place, somehow seem like they've reverted back, which is not great. We went all weekends on his holidays. I'm exhausted trying to tame fire. I imagine it would be. Well done for getting through that week with that one. I have heard that between that sort of 3 to 5 year age range, they can be a handful. I have not dealt with that myself, but that is what I've heard. But it's hopefully you're doing okay, exhaustion aside. I've got currently a bit of exhaustion at the moment, but it's not because I've had to do anything. It's more just because my health is a pile of crap. Looking forward to sleep, I'll bet. That's one of those ones where it's like I've looked after like my nieces and nephews a couple of times, and I'm just like, that's enough for me. You can have them back now. But yes, I'm definitely looking forward to sleep. I can imagine. Not come across with health. I mean, to be fair, the chronic fatigue is a new thing, I think, or at least I've never noticed it before. Most of my problems are up here. Physically speaking, I'm actually not that bad. I just find myself in a lot of medically interesting situations. That's how I try to do the silver lining for it. And my health is okay, except for when it's not. Collecting them all a little bit. Not intending to, because collecting them all is might kill me. Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully not. It's but yes, it's one of those ones where it's just like, yeah, I'm healthy unless I'm not, and then we just keep going. Keep ending up in house episodes. I hope not. I don't want lupus. Although to be fair, it's very rarely lupus. So, but I don't want some like mystery virus from the like depths of like a forest in Africa. Is there forest in Africa? I don't know. But anyway, that seems like the sort of thing that would be in house. I also don't need. I don't need to go to a hospital to get regularly insulted by someone to my face. That's what my job is for. I'm kidding. Luckily, my work, I don't get too many people directly insulting me to my face. Second biggest pain forest in the world is in Africa. I thought so. For some reason, I was just like, hang on a minute. Is that a thing, or am I just pulling words out of my head and putting them in some sort of order? That's good to know that I was not imagining that there is a rainforest there. So that's good. I can't say I've ever been there, so hopefully I don't somehow end up with a mystery disease from it. So, yeah, at the moment, it's been a week. Luckily, it's mostly just been work and then playing the game that I was gifted in my off time and watching television whilst also playing the game in my off time. Africa's very top has big desert and the bottom has big forest. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Because like I remember the desert part, but I don't see it. I don't see enough about the forest part realistically. Hope start feeling be better soon. That'd be nice. I don't know what the deal is with it, but it's it's one of those ones where hopefully, fingers crossed, things will get better. That's I try to look positively on it in the eventually it'll turn around. So when and where I don't know, but it is a when as opposed to an if. I'm hoping. Again, I'm being optimistic. But it's been a good week nonetheless. Other than having to deal with some stupid bank situations, but I think that's just all banks. Being put on hold for like 45 minutes and then having to try and figure out answers. That was fun. That was again, I work full time. I don't get a lot of time to be on hold for 45 minutes. So it's one of those ones where I was like, okay, I'm going to call them and I'm going to see how we go. And then, my allocated lunch period ran out and I was like, well, I'm still on hold. So I'm just going to turn my volume down and just have my phone next to me. And I'm just going to go back to work, but I'm going to have the phone on. And then it was still, it was like another 20 something minutes after my break ended before they actually got me off hold. But they did fix my problem, which was good. I just didn't love that I had to call them because it's one of those ones where I was like, this is another rant. This is just like as a heads up. So I had to contact a bank, as I mentioned. It is a bank that my name is connected to, but it's not a bank that I use because it's a bank that I had when I was like very young, and apparently it was still active. And I needed to access some records recently from the file in that bank. So I went to their website, and they do have like net banking, which is great. So I went to go to the net bank. It asked for my member number. That's fine. I have that. It asked for my password. I've never used the net banking for this particular one because I've never been actively using this account since I was like a teenager. And so I went, okay, I don't have a password. Reset password. It goes to ask me for like details for it. And I was like, cool, okay. Here is my, member account. Here is my date of birth. But it's also asking for like the debit card number attached to it. I'm like, cool. I've not used this account in like 20 years. What do you mean? And then they're like, oh, okay. Well, if you don't have a debit card, you'll have to call the bank and then they will send you a reset password. And I was like, cool, I'll do that. And then I looked into the details. Oh yes, the helpline is only active from Monday to Friday between the period of 9 to 5 during the day. And I'm like, that is less helpful because I am working all of that time. And I'm just like, why is there not an option on the website to fix this? And why do I have to call them? This is not 2005. I have to think of what year it was now. And I was just like, okay. So I called them. And again, I was on hold for like 40 something minutes, all up. And to be fair, the person on the other end was lovely. And they were able to help with my problem. I just didn't love that I had to call them in the first place and be on hold for 45 minutes. Fix it, bank. Okay. Rant over. But yes, I would. I am a socially awkward millennial. If I have the option to do something online as opposed to in person or on the phone, I will do that. I have to call people for my job. I will do that. If I don't have to talk to someone like on the phone outside of my work responsibilities, I'm not doing it. If you call me, you are going to voicemail. Unless you're like, unless I am expecting your call. You are going to voicemail and then I will text you back. It's I feel like that is a valid response. Because especially, we're a post-COVID period. More things need to be online. If I could do my job remotely, I would, but I work in customer service and I really don't feel like working in a call center. For the reason that I just mentioned, I will call people. No, I don't. I want to call people as little as I absolutely need to. Work included. So, rant was apparently not quite over. So, let's move on. How's everyone doing? I've covered a decent amount today. I'm hoping, as I don't know if you were here for this, Lizzie, if you're still here. I ranted a little bit about Twitch support due to the fact that, as you may have noticed in my stream title, I've had redeems coming soon as part of my stream title for a while. And I've been active, like, for the moment, that, yeah, I should be affiliate. However, I am not. So now I need to, so now I'm waiting on them to fix their shit and approve me. Depending on how today's stream goes, we will see whether that impacts it, but I've been doing this I've been above the threshold for 3 weeks. That should be long enough to get affiliate, given that they say, oh yeah, it's meant to be 48 to 72 hours. And I've heard people say it can take up to like 1 to 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we're past that now. Whenever I have voicemail, I try to check and it tells me I need to set it up. So I never actually get the voicemails. Yeah, that's fair. I've done that. Actually, my voicemail did that recently. Like I had a voicemail on my phone and it did, like, I did have a voicemail set up. Like, I made my own recording and everything for it, and then people would leave the messages and I would get the messages, or at the very least a notification to say that I have received a message, and then I would check it and most likely message them back. But then, like, a couple of months ago, I got a call and I missed the call, not intentionally, and it went to the voicemail, and in the person who left the voicemail was like, hey, I'm not sure if this is still you. For some reason, your voicemail message has changed. And I was like, oh, that's new. Shouldn't have. And hello, welcome in, Pixie. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're feeling well today. I know you've been feeling a bit crap lately, but thank you for joining. We're complaining about banks, voicemail, and Twitch. Funnily enough, it's been an eventful 5 minutes. Still, it takes me weeks, so it's yeah, that's no good. Hopefully you're feeling better soon. I used to have like a fairly good immune system. Like if I got sick, I'd be like better within like 24 hours, 48 hours. Evidently not anymore. Evidently that is not how it works anymore. Voicemails, yeah, it's not great. And for some reason, like, I had a voicemail set up, but for some reason my phone just decided, no, you don't need this anymore. You're going back to you still have a voicemail, but we're clearing whatever you left as your message. Takes 3 to 6 weeks. That is a decent recovery period. Well, hopefully you are like progressively feeling better during that time and not just feeling shit for 3 to 6 weeks, because that is not great. It is not fun at all. It's I've had some health issues lately, but it's mostly just been fatigue more than anything else, which is really annoying because that's like the biggest thing slowing me down from streaming more. Currently stagnated, but better than I was. Well, that's something at least. I was not surprised when I saw your stories saying that you got Concrud from your DreamHack excursion. I'm not surprised. It does suck a little bit for sure. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. It's been a somewhat busy week, fatigue aside, but it's been watching some TV, playing some games. If I go on public transport, I'm getting an illness. Another reason I don't go on public transport, if I can help it. But it's actually I've told this story before, but it's been a little while. So last year I went to London. I was a very impromptu little trip. It was great fun, and that was like 24 hours in a plane, one direction, then a couple of days sightseeing, 3 days of MCM, and then 24 more hours on a plane. And I was genuinely expecting I would either get sick from MCM because there's like 20,000 people crammed into one building, or I thought I would get sick from being in a confined space on a plane for 48 hours. I not only didn't get sick, I somehow got better. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I was somehow healthier when I got back than when I left. I wasn't sick before I left, but I was somehow healthier. How the fuck does that work? I got like anti-jet lag. I didn't need to sleep for like 3 days after I got back. And I wasn't even tired. And I'm like, how does that even work? That is too much plane. That is way too much plane. But that is the joy of living on the other side of the world. Apart from trains for long distance, try to avoid all public transport. Yeah, that's fair. It's, I mean, I live far enough away from the city that I don't have a lot of access to public transport, but close enough that if I need it, I can. The healing properties of London Air. Oh, I was made aware of the London Air before I went in, and that turned out to be true. I thought it was a joke, because I was told before I went that like I will be sneezing black from being in London, and I thought that was an exaggeration. And like on like my second day in London, I got back to my hotel, I was sneezing black, and I was like, what the hell? It's called manic. It must have been, because yeah, like I was expecting jet lag, and like I know that a lot of people when they get jet lag they sleep for like 24 hours. But yeah, like I not only didn't need to, I not only didn't sleep, I didn't feel the need to sleep. And yeah, it wasn't for like 2 to 3 days that I was like, oh yeah, I think I'm actually tired enough to sleep now, despite the fact I haven't slept in 3 days. I think there was like a 3-hour power nap in the middle there, and that was about it. Be polluted AF? Yeah, apparently. But apparently that was cleansing enough to have me like feeling somehow healthier at the end of it. I'm still genuinely surprised I didn't get sick at MCM, because again, there was like 20,000 people at that location, and that is a lot of people. And I was actually really annoyed because on like the last train ride when I was coming back home, there was a guy that was just getting all sneezy and like coughing and sneezing, and he was like in the last leg of my trip back home, and I was like, if you're what gets me fucking sick right now, I am gonna scream. Because like I've avoided getting sick this whole trip. If you make me sick on like the last 3 hours of my trip, I'm gonna be so damn annoyed. Luckily, no, I didn't end up getting sick. I managed to avoid him. Maybe the air killed all the germs. It could have done. Dog. Genes of Steel. Well, that is debatable. That is given my. Well, I suppose that is true. My physical health is generally pretty good, except for when it's not. But it's balanced out by my mental health being absolute dog shit. So the joys of childhood trauma. I had to think of the word for that. Let's go with that. But yeah, at the moment it's just mostly just fatigue more than anything, which is not great, but it could be worse. That's like, I need to see a doctor, but for the most part, it's mostly just like looking into pre-existing issues as opposed to like, I'm dying, help me now kind of situation. Because there's a couple of things I would like answers for, maybe some documentation, something in my file, just in case. But I've mentioned this before. I have this fun thing where every time I go and get tested for one thing or another, all the results come back normal, which is a good thing in general, except for when you're looking for answers for health problems. Because then it's just like, well, fuck, what do I do now? So it's yeah, it's could be better, could be worse, is how I tend to look at it. So it's good. It's all good. It's one of those ones where I was about to say I can't complain, but I'm like, realistically, I probably could complain, but I just know eventually people would stop caring if I complained. So hence I don't. Well, I mean, not to say I don't. I literally just did then. Why I try not to complain too much. People get bored of that. So, but yes, I am also like, it's a complaint. Well, I appreciate that. But I like my streams to be not just me complaining, because I probably could fill up with that. That's why I try and do something each week. It's not always a big thing. Like in this case, I played a bunch of games and watched a bunch of shows. It's not much, but it was fun, and it was a good little distraction. And complain of the other people, tell me happy shit. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like, health things aside, it's actually been not a bad week. And like, so you gotta find the little things, and that's one. I don't know who I picked that up from. I feel like I picked that up from someone, but it's one of those ones that, like, sometimes you're having a bit of a crappy time, so you gotta find the silver lining. You gotta find the little joys in life, and it's just like that way. At the end of the year, when you're looking back at things and you're going, "Oh, I've had a shit year," then you look at you look at your notes and you're like, "Oh, I've actually had a few good things happening." In this case, apologies if my voice is getting further away. The cat is knocking my microphone away from where it's normally meant to live. As you can see, she likes the microphone is hers now. Can you not, please? But yeah, so it's just like, for me, for example, like the good thing this week, I was gifted this game. I don't generally get a lot of gifts. So it was a very pleasant, unexpected email to say, "Hey, someone's just sent you a game." And I was like, "Cool. I'm going to play that game because, that's a good thing. I can write that down on my little list. I don't have the list, but I really should start one." When Twitch finally get around to eventually marking like the approval for affiliate, I'll be writing that on the list, because that's that'll be some good news. But so it's like, you gotta find the little things that make you happy. And like, for me, that's like, apparently that's when knowing that people think about me. Because like, that's the thing that I had a lot when I was a kid, was that I got ignored a lot. So the idea of people thinking about me when I'm not around, that is like, I don't want to say overwhelming for me, but it's like, it's a nice feeling that I'm not used to. So yeah, hence why that is one of the potential games that I may be playing on today's stream, because I've been putting a few hours into it already. because it's kind of funny because I gifted the person who gifted me the game. I had gifted them the game already because I knew that they liked, because it's Slay the Spire 2 is the game that I'm referring to. I gifted it to someone because I knew they liked the first game, and I was like, hey, heard you liked the first game. Here's, the second one just came out. Enjoy. And then they had a lot of fun with it. They were just like, okay, well, now you need to share in this addiction, because if I'm addicted to it now, you have to be. So they gave me a copy back as well. So we kind of just swapsied on that one. I'm not complaining, but it's so yeah. Now I'm on my way to addiction to that game. So it's that is a game that I may play, or I may just play it after stream. Either way, it's one of those ones where you can lose time very quickly, because it's just one of those ones where it's like just one more turn, and that turn adds like another hour to the playtime, and then you look at the time, it's like, oh, I've got time for one more turn. Another hour goes past. So it is a very easy trap to fall into, apparently. But yes, there is that. Or I continue playing Slay the Princess, because I am technically only like halfway through my first playthrough for that one. And it's a lot of fun. And like that one, I mean, it's fun for me because I think the voice acting in it is very good. Given that it's a visual novel, that's kind of important. So I've been having a lot of fun with that one too. I mean, I haven't played it off stream because I specifically want to enjoy it with the stream. Because, like, there is a lot of variables in the game, and I would love you guys to be able to see the variables as they happen, as opposed to me just telling you about them later. So we'll see how we go with that one. And we'll see how we go with Twitch support. I've heard from a few people that they're not always the best, hence why I put in support there. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, it's been they are quite, so I do not doubt that. Because that's like I was saying before, like I've technically been above the threshold for affiliate for like, I'm at about 3 weeks now. And even the other people that have mentioned that it's taken them some time, like they've only said 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm impatient. I've got a lot of ideas that I want to put into place that I can't put into place until they say go. They haven't said go. It's just kind of like I'm still, as if this visual makes sense, it's like I'm on a racetrack and I'm standing at the starting line, and I'm perched and ready at the starting line, and I'm looking at the guy with the starting gun, and he's just like, oh no, oh no, oh no. That's what it feels like. Every time I think I'm like it's gonna happen, it doesn't. And I don't like being edged by Twitch. It's really annoying. Because it's like I got plans. As you said, Pixie, let a girlie in. So it's yeah. It'll happen eventually. I just need them to get their shit together. So we'll see when that happens. But yes, it's I just lost my train of thought. That'll tend to happen, I suppose. So I think I might get started potentially on a game, because it's one of the, I don't want it to be one of those streams, because it's like whenever I put a game in my stream title, there's like a 50-50 chance on if I actually play it. So I'd prefer this to be to not be a stream where it's like we're playing a game, but we're not actually. I'm just fooling you, because that's not how I roll. Given that I was just complaining about Twitch doing that to me, I don't want to do that to you guys. That would be a bit of a dick move. And I don't want to be known for, dick moves. At least not in that regard. Other ways maybe, but not with Twitch. So, let me just load up some things so that we can get started. Because I'm going to have to move a few things. What are you doing, computer? Don't know what the computer was doing then. Have fun with that. Okay, so I'm going to have to turn my music off. I apologize. What is playing at the moment? Is it going to stop playing? It is, oh, there we go. It was starting to play, so the timing actually worked out quite well. Zoned out reading a fanfic comic. What's going on? Well, at the moment, we're about to play a game potentially, but I was also complaining about being edged by Twitch. So it's and we're also, yeah, I think that was the main thing I was complaining about recently. So hang on, okay. So we're about to play a game, so I'm gonna just change over my titles and such so that you guys can actually see things. Because I need to change that because it's not just chatting now. Oh, don't tell me that, computer. The first option when I was going, because they both contain the words slay thee, the first option that popped up was slay the Spire 2, which was my other option for the game. And it was, again, it was really tempting, but I'm kind of feeling more like Slay the Princess, even if there is a lot more viewers on Slay the Spire right now. I'm not playing it for necessarily the viewers so far. I think I don't think I've played Slay the Spire enough to have like a streaming meta for it yet. Whereas Slay the Princess, that's a little bit of, well, I was about to say fun for all the ages. It's really not, because it is technically a mature rated game. So, but that is the game that we're going to play today, because it is one of the options that I put in my stream title, because I made a point of having today not be one of those days where I put a game in the title and then don't play, because I've done that a lot. And I know that if it was me being streamed too, I probably wouldn't be super thrilled about it. So I'm making a point of actually playing a game today. But that is the joy of me being a variety streamer. I can do whatever. Well, I say I can do whatever. I still need to, you know, be here and be present and so on. I just need to try and be consistent in some way. So my consistency is my schedule, not necessarily in what I do on that schedule. Alrighty, so let us play this game. And I'm pretty sure we need this level because there's a, it's basically the only angle where this works out well, because if I have it on my top right, sorry, my top left, I'm blocking the princess's subtitles. If I have it on the bottom left, that one, it's blocking my subtitles. And if I have it up there, it's blocking my speech options. So it's not a great way. This one seems to be blocking less options. So this is the better of a interesting situation. Oh yeah, I already know about this. So far, I've not been motion sick from it, so we'll take that as a good sign. Whatever horrors you have heart, there are no wrong decisions, only fresh perspectives. This is a love story, is it now? Interesting. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. Okay, so for those who were playing along at home last time, don't be fooled. She is a vicious murderer. She has murdered me at least 2 to 3 times already. So it's with this game. For those who are new to the, again, if the audio is not great, let me know. I can fix that up. So for this one, the princess is trapped in a cell, and we have been told to slay the princess because she is actually a vicious monster. And there's kind of a weird, like, time loopy sort of thing going on it so far, in that you do a playthrough, and then when both or one of you die, you reset. And then my understanding is eventually all of those resets will combine. Okay, what the fuck? I have not been on the title screen long enough for it to do that before. I apologize. That freaked me out just then, a little bit. So I apologize for that. I've not stuck on the title screen like long enough with explanations before, but yeah. So in my first playthrough, I did try to slay the princess, and turns out she liked it. She enjoyed the fight, and then we both just fought till we died. So then the second time, I was going to play the pacifist route, and then I pussed out a little bit, and I ended up fighting her after the fact. I think whatever that is has explained the vibes of this game. Yeah, I think that actually worked out better than I could have described it, because yeah, I did not know that the title screen did that. But yes, first time through, I slayed the princess, and then we reset. Second time through, I was gonna do a pacifist run, and then I ended up killing her anyway, and she didn't appreciate that. And then she tried to kill me back after the next reset, but then we both died because, violence begets violence, I guess. So I'm thinking for the first of these runs, I'm probably going to try and do an actual pacifist run. So as we've established from whatever the fuck that was, this is a bit of a mind screwy game, but it has great voice acting, because like the people who do it, I don't know who voices the princess, but the person who voices the other people is well, I know him mostly from the podcast, the Magnus Archives, which is a horror podcast, and so it makes sense that he's in something like this. So I'm going to press continue before she does whatever she was about to do again. Because that kind of freaked me out a little bit. So that title screen really set the tone for me. So I do appreciate that, at least. Proceed into the cabin. So there is technically a content warning on this one, but it's mostly for gore and apparently some suicidal references. But I don't think I've come across that yet.
Note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay.
The blade is your implement.
So if I do skip any of this stuff, it's just because there is because there is like resets, there is a lot of repeating text. But obviously that does vary when you make different decisions. But so because I'm doing this as a pacifist run, I'm not going to take the knife. I'm just going straight into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
There are some interesting text choices in this. For example, in my last playthrough, I had a staring contest with the princess. I think that was when I was doing the semi-pacifist run, because I was holding the knife, and the game was like, stab her, and but one of the options was grip the knife and stare at her. So I was like, I stared at her, and so she stared back to me. So I stared even harder. That was a literal option, stare harder. So I was like, okay, I'm staring back, and then eventually the narrator was just like, we're not doing this all day, are we? I'm here to save you. I think I'm here. Wait, that does not indicate a lot of confidence. I think I'm here to slay you, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'm here to slay you, maybe not though. I don't think I've said I'm here to save you before though.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Because I kind of want to know if she's gonna kill me on a pacifist run. Because she's evil, but she's still friendly. So if I don't try to kill her, like at all, and I don't puss out and eventually make myself kill her because of peer pressure from the narrator, hopefully she'll be good and she won't try and kill me. Or at least maybe she'll just make it quick. I don't know.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I'm not 100% sure why. Like, I've listened to the story.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Like, I've listened to the story so far, and I'm still not 100% sure how she's meant to, like, end the world. Just that I need to kill her to prevent that.
She's beautiful.
She is very pretty, though.
Be a threat to anyone. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I was going to say something. No, I'm not going to make a joke about riding, but, you know.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen.
Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did mention it in the last stream. In my first playthrough, when, you know, you start to try and slay the princess, she turns into like a giant demon lady. Not gonna lie, I had some feelings. I've never considered myself to be a monster fucker, but it was the look worked for her. I'll give her that.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Well, given that in previous episodes she has either been able to break the chains herself or literally chewed through her own arm to like get the chain loose, I don't think I'm the one that's here to break this chain. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, probably, but...
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a touch.
I love that look on her face. She's just like, this is awkward. Not doing very well.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Excuse me.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
There isn't a key. Do you have other ideas? Going to check upstairs. Maybe it's still lying around. Maybe.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I mean, listen to that voice. She sounds so
You
cute.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs
Even if
slams
she's
shut.
going to kill me.
You hear the click of a lock sliding in.
Oh yeah, I forgot that someone is there to lock me down here until I do it.
Is someone else here?
Let me out.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh look,
hesitates
it's
before
the
raising her
playthrough
arm
where
to
she
her
chews
mouth,
off her arm.
teeth
So
tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You
Yeah.
won't like what happens if you do that.
well, I've seen what happens if I don't do that.
Fine.
That's interesting. It didn't give me the option, because last time it gave me the option of slay the princess and save the princess. I think because it knows I've already played the slay the princess option.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding
That is
chain
vivid.
binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body
Hey,
steps forward and
that's not what
raises
I
the
did.
blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Yeah, narrator's controlling the narrative, which I guess makes sense. That's not what I'm doing. This is not my
Watch
choice.
me.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't want to slay her. This is a pacifist run.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, I like that all of the options for slaying the princess are blacked out, at least.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the The princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I love that I've pissed off the narrator.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever.
I'm okay with that.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. And
I love that the narrator's just like, fine, we're doing this now, I suppose.
Pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She doesn't generally need to know how to use a knife because in previous playthroughs she's done quite well at destroying me with her bare hands, so...
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
She's taking the Manchester approach.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
So this is what I mean, like, she's evil, but she's still friendly.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods.
So this is what I was saying,
And at
there's
the end
like
of that
there's like
path
time
is
loops
a cabin.
for it. Generally each loop
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
each loop happens like twice. And I think I'm gonna do like each of those double loops like 5 or 6 times to actually play the game. Because like there's the first part where you first encounter the princess and you generally end up dead. And then the second half where the choices you made in the first half then come to light. Usually the princess has changed in some way. In the first playthrough, she turned into a giant monster lady who beat me to death with her bare hands, which, to be fair, my character seemed to like. The second one, she turned into some kind of witch, I think, because I was originally playing a pacifist run and then changed my mind, and she did not appreciate the betrayal from that. And this time, I've gone for a full pacifist run, and apparently this time I get a damsel.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Getting a sense of deja vu. I've said that before. Funnily enough. Hasn't this happened already? I died. What am I doing here? I am wise to your tricks now, sir.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
And in this, the second half of the game, generally we'll have different parts of our consciousness coming into it. The first playthrough was the introduction of the voice of the hero, which you did see in the first bit of this chapter. The second one had the voice of the opportunist, I think, and now we have the voice of the smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Yeah, maybe don't say that to the narrator, given that they can hear everything.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Okay, to be fair, that is probably what I would be. Like, I would do a lot for a little bit of affection.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. Why should I listen? Why should I bother? I've already asked that. That's like I was saying before. There's a lot of repeating lines.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
We aren't playing along with your little game, sir.
Her beauty is the... I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Not his passions. His passions need to be expressed, good sir.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
That's great. That's a great response. I was like, I am cool with you being, like, passionate. Just keep it to yourself.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant.
This is
its
fancy.
Stone walls draped in fine threaded
This is
tapestries.
the fanciest castle
Prison
I've come across so
befitting
far.
a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, well, as I said, I'm going for a full pacifist run, so I'm still
Blade is your implement.
going to ignore
You'll
that.
need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Apologies for the yawn. I'm running off very little sleep, and I woke up about an hour before stream.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
The voice of the smitten would be very well placed in, like, I feel like maybe a Robin Hood movie. We can't gallantly sweep off her feet if we have a feather out of place, good sir. Now, full pacifist run, not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Alright, calm down.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, we need to undergo a slow 6 to 18 month dating period before we start all talking about wedding proposals to the princess.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
My love, she remembers me.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
I just need to stretch myself out a little bit. Feeling a little rusty in the old joints. I'm gonna finally get some redeems. That will be one of them.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
You killed me. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? That is a good point. I mean, she could just chew herself out again, which is gross but doable. Did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sorry about what happened. The narrator who said, okay, I'm going to say this just because I feel like she's going to be confused. And I want to see how she reacts to being confused.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
that was pretty funny. She was just like, I know, you were trying to help me, and then you tried to kill me, but I know you didn't mean to kill me, so we're cool. So, I could see that you were doing a good job.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Do I have to cut you out again? I do want to know that.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
She is weirdly cool with that.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, I'm with him on that one. It's like, I will cut her arm off if need be, but it's weird that she's like, yeah, cool, let's do that.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic.
Are you trying to bite my arm off, madam? Sorry, my cat is here and she's just gotten nippy.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
Yeah, she tried to bite it off last time. She's weirdly cool about, like, self-mutilating herself for freedom, which does make me wonder why she didn't do that before I got here. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Yeah, no, I've gathered that. That was a delightful non-answer right there. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
I don't think the voice of the smitten is an unbiased opinion.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Oh, we've already been manipulated. That's fine. Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
A little bit.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us
She was
happy.
thinking about us
My
this
heart
whole
melts
time.
further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Well, these are all very specific answers. I don't want the world to end. I'm cool with it either way. And honestly, the world just kind of sucks. I mean, I don't know if the world in this universe sucks, so I can't really say that. And I'm kind of leaning towards I don't really have strong feelings one way or the
At
other.
least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Well, you're the one that told me to do it, so that's on you, buddy.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of different reasons that there is nothing that is actually stopping her from
I can't
being in
believe
here.
it, but I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The bar is in hell, apparently.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Ew, love, gross.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Wow, both of these are really super romantic. You didn't try to kill me. Let's get married right now. Yeah. And I take it her options aren't really, like, her options are a bit slim in this universe. So the fact that I didn't immediately try to kill her is, that's a green flag in her book. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes
Oh
your
my god,
hand,
not the anime
last
sparkles.
hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to, 'cause I haven't had an ending so far where I haven't ended up dead. So I'm curious, in this playthrough, even though this is objectively the least violent playthrough, how I'm going to die now.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh, the narrator's just going to be a dick again. Cool.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Or...
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand.
Has the narrator never heard of love at first
Run deeper
sight?
than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, the hero's just like, yeah, I mean, I'm like, we're not listening to me in this playthrough. We're just gonna listen to the one who thinks with his heart. Do you think you can open it? I think I've got this. I think we can open it if we try together. Are we going to open the door with the power of love?
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Hand in hand.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I don't think he liked that.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
Maybe in the next playthrough. The narrator really does not like this script. His plan is probably closest to how I played it in the first playthrough, which is pick up knife, stab with knife. And the fact that I'm basically resisting him at every single step, he is not impressed with. So I could take the blade and slay the princess. I don't think she would be thrilled. But given that this is the pacifist run, we're not
You're
doing
enjoying
that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
A little bit. I am partly doing this, one, because I would like to see a somewhat positive ending, and two, because it is fun to piss off the narrator.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to be... Can you stop attacking my mic? I kind of need that. I don't know if you guys can hear this. But I think she just loves the feeling of the pop filter against her whiskers. Which, you know, is good for her. It's not great for my ability to record things. All we need to be happy is each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Stop it with these interruptions. I already made up my mind. not. Can you stop doing that, please? I love you, but you're in the way right now. I don't care if you do that against, like, me, but don't do it against my microphone or any of my knock-overable items like that. Stop. I just lost track of what I was doing. We need to be happy as each other. What if we just stayed here and built a life together? Okay, so my options are stay in the cabin, leave the cabin and potentially destroy the world, or ignore them. I'm not entirely sure what that does. Okay, well, I mean, we could stay in the cabin and live a short but fruitful life.
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we need is each other. That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it? Did you suggest that? I wasn't listening.
The voice of the smitten was too taken with the princess and his romantic ideals to care what the thoughts of puny other thought processes have at mind.
You answered me.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by our proclamation of love? Are we not enough for her?
Are we not enough? Must she destroy the world to feel fulfilled in her life? Does she not feel fulfilled just with our presence? The person who she encountered one time and didn't kill her?
She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Your nonchalance about the fate of the world has me a bit worried. That's why I want to stay here. That's a little bit rude. Trust me, it'll be better for both if we stay. I think we leave. I put forth the idea of living a life together in the cabin where the world doesn't end. She doesn't like that idea. So I am thinking perhaps we leave. Maybe the world ends, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I can talk her out of it. Or maybe I end up dead, because that seems to be the way all of my playthroughs end.
Okay.
Cool.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
I just got an achievement called Romantic Haze. True love will set you free is the description for it. I do love that they've incorporated the anime sparkles into this ending.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring.
I'm in the void now.
Beloved's eyes.
Cole. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
So I didn't die in this ending, but I still got pulled into the void. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I don't remember
Right?
seeing feathers in my mirror before. But this guy keeps talking about, like, plucking feathers. I don't remember seeing feathers on myself before. It's not the end. See you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've withered. Oh. Well, that's not good. Why have I withered? Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. That makes no sense. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. That is true. I didn't end up dead in that particular playthrough. Well, I mean, I died in the first half of the playthrough. But that was the narrator's fault, because the narrator was being a dick and he wouldn't let me not kill her.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. It all seems so distant. I have no opinions one way or the other. No, I don't want to end. I don't want to have this be like a uncertain answer. You're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. Nah, that's too dramatic. That's too dramatic. I don't want to remain silent. Not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a straight answer? That seems a bit rude. Can't be a true contradiction. We've already covered that. What do you think of this vessel? Enough with all the pretension. You're not actually saying anything. A lot of these questions and statements are a bit rude, and I don't care for that. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Apologies, I just swallowed the water in the wrong way.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
No, these questions are questions I've all ignored. How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Do you not care?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
I like this princess entity, whatever it is. I've ignored all of these questions, and I don't intend to. You don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Everything feels like a riddle. No, ignoring you, ignoring that. I'm ready to go back
I
now.
will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Oops, you're dead.
You're on a path.
Okay,
in
so
the
now
woods.
we have had a
And at
reset.
the end of
So,
that
like I was
path
saying
is
before,
a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
each
is a princess.
set is in like 2 pieces, and then it resets. But all of it is still technically part of the one playthrough. Hence why we were talking about like how many more pieces do you need to be complete. I'm not entirely sure which direction to
You're
take
here
this one
to
now.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Apparently there's also a skip option up the top here for when you're in an area you've already done. Have you considered because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
So I'm just trying to think of where I can change things.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
That's a bad egg. Gonna head off, try to sleep, enjoy stream and slaying princesses. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for joining. Have a good sleep. I'm not sure if I might need some time to think about how I want to play this particular playthrough. So I may or may not finish up soon anyway. I don't know if I will do the next playthrough in this particular one or not. We'll see. But I've got to figure out how I can play it differently. But thank you for joining me nonetheless. Have a good sleep. I will see you next time.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can't someone else do it?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Killing one seems kind of bad though,
Does
doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Ooh, I don't think I've tried a don't do it ending.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
I've played a pacifist ending, which involved me not trying to actively kill the princess, which ended well enough. I only died in one half of that timeline instead of both, which is something. But the princess still ended up being absorbed into the princess entity. I don't know what its name is. End of the world. Do I get a reward? I'm not committing until I've had a chance to talk to her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. then each and every one of us is doomed. So
Doomed.
sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to
Okay. Now,
the interior of the cabin is almost
how can I
entirely
play
bare.
this in a way that
The
is
air
different to
stale
how
and
I've
musty,
played it
and
before?
the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement.
Okay, I'm gonna just save it because I haven't actually saved it today. Okay. History. Oh, wow, okay. That's not quite what I was looking for when I was looking for a history. I was kind of just... Wow, this is like my internal chat log. That's a lot of detail. I am not reading that. So, I've tried the pacifist run. I've tried a semi-pacifist run. I've tried a straight up active kill them run. So, if I try a before I tried a semi-pacifist run by not taking the blade and then trying to kill her later because I was indecisive. If I go the other way around, if I take the blade with me but don't try to kill her, will things turn out differently? Let's find out.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
we've done
light
that.
in the room below.
I do love that one of the options is just, hi. It's like one of those ones where you're going to visit a neighbor and the door and like you just knock on the door and you don't wait for them to answer, so you just open it. So you're just like, hi, do you have any sugar? And it's just like don't even wait for an answer. Just
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
so just as an indicator as to how much variation this game has, each part of the timeline, so each double section, I average about 2 to 3 achievements being unlocked, and each of those playthroughs is about 20 to 30 minutes, give or take. There is 130 achievements on the Steam page for this game. Do the math on that one.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, she doesn't seem overly thrilled with my response. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Just because I'm holding a knife? Maybe I'm making a sandwich. You caught me. Oh, here, yeah, you got me. This is my personal favorite. I used this one last time, which was just, nuh-uh. I'm just here to talk. Why would you even think that?
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She doesn't sound like she's in a talking mood at the moment.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade.
Oh, I thought that was the narrator for a second. It took me a second to realize that was one of my internal voices.
Don't you dare.
I was confused as to, like, why is the narrator telling me to drop the knife? He's the one that fucking gave me a knife in half of these playthroughs.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, killing someone in cold blood is just not cool, man. Now, I'm pretty sure I did the tighten my grip in the last one, or a variation of that one, so I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor.
Why do my hands have to be trembling? Maybe I just dropped it because I was being nice.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I don't love how she said the word talk just then. But like I said, she's a very charismatic villain. Villain? I don't even know if she's a villain. Antagonist, I guess? I'm not sure who is the good or bad guy in this situation.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, she doesn't seem overly thrilled about me in this particular playthrough. How would I get you out of here? There's people who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? I don't think I've ever asked her name before. We've talked enough. No, I want to know her name.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, princess.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
What do you mean by that?
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
She seems very aggressive in this playthrough, which I suppose makes sense. The other playthrough where I started with a knife was when we had the, demon battle.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
There's people out here that say you're going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
It's like you're giving away the story.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You like the world? That's more than I can say about it.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
They haven't. One thing that's always kind of bugged me about this is that they've only ever put one shackle on her, which seems silly given that in every playthrough that I have gone through of this game, or of this, timeline, she's always been able to get out of that shackle. So maybe a second one might have helped. I mean, sure, it probably makes it easier for her to be, alive with one hand free. But she has either broken the chain, bitten her arm off with assistance, or just straight up slipped her hand out, which even the character was like, that shouldn't have worked. I was hoping you'd tell me. I'm sure they have their reasons. No. I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. But that's true. I don't really trust this narrator.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
That sounds like something that perhaps maybe, someone in a narcissistic / abusive relationship might say. Trust me, I'm doing it for your good.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me
I
get
mean,
out of
she's
here, would
probably
you?
still going to
We
kill
can
me.
figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I still have more questions. I've changed my mind. Nah. No, I'm doing an inverse pacifist run this time. Or inverse semi-pacifist run.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Okay, well, every time I've gone upstairs, they've tried to
Whoever
lock me
locked
in.
the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of there? Because I don't love that approach. Maybe the key's still lying around. That's not gonna work because they always lock me down there. But if it looks like... You know what? She's already kind of pissed. Maybe I'll say that one.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Yeah, she's weirdly cool about that.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I wish I would be that cool about just losing a
If we
body
were stuck
part.
down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Hey, if it works.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess. and
Yeah,
you
the
won't
narrator
leave
doesn't
until the
like me going
task
off
is
script.
done.
I don't think I've ever said let me out before.
Your shouts and pleas are met with
Oh, wait, maybe I did.
silence.
My memory is dog shit, so...
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
They sure did.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
See, now it's back to giving me two options. Last time it only gave me one. But this is a semi-pacifist run, one where I started with the knife but decided to not kill her, as opposed to the last time where I didn't have a knife and then I ended up trying to kill her, which she didn't really appreciate.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's
seen
arm
this one.
and cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long you're able to crack through bone and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
I kinda wanna
just
let her
can't
escape
let
this
her
time.
Escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body
Hey.
steps forward and raises the blade.
I am not stabbing her.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't watch
Ah.
me.
Ugh. 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 I mean, in my defense, I guess, because last time I did this, all of these were blacked out except for Warn Her. And now they're all lit up, so I could technically kill her. But I wasn't like aggressive about it, but I was like trying to be helpful, whereas like last time, the time before, when I did the semi-pacifist run, she was like friendly towards me in the beginning. So that when I did end up killing her, she was more betrayed. But this time, she seemed pissed from the get-go. So I am curious as to... Okay, what happens if I warn her? Will it be the same as last time or different?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Oh, yep, she's still pissed.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, I still want to resist because she still seems pissed. And I feel like she'll be okay with killing me this time.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Ah, that's different.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
See, that's interesting. Last time she was like, don't make me kill you. And she was like regretful about having to kill me. This time she's like, you tried. It happens.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Could be worse. This one's different, I think.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so now we're in the second half of the loop.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Deja vu? No, covered that. I died. What am I doing here? Wise to your tricks. I'll just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will... Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
I love that the narrator called him out on that.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Wink.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding
Okay, so
anyone who
much like
enters
last
that
time,
this
what I'm
is
gonna
a prison.
do is I'm gonna take the knife, but I'm not going to use it.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, we've already tried the mirror things before. And they just confuse the narrator more than anything else.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Well, I'm still kind of optimistic. The princess in that last one was a little bit of a bitch, but you know, she wasn't all bad. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
What mirror?
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. there isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
He.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Hello, welcome in, Mr. Comic. If I read that correctly. What mirror? Exactly. There's clearly no mirror.
Really
How are you doing?
fine.
Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat.
You reach forward and
Mirror's
rub your
gone.
hand against
I mean,
the
what mirror?
cabin wall.
There was no mirror.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
So welcome in. We are playing Slay the Princess, as you can probably tell. I am doing a semi-pacifist run. I tried the pacifist run. It was good. Well, I mean, it's as happy an ending as this game is going to get. The princess still ended up dead, but it wasn't me that did it.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep
And in
our
my
eyes
most
peeled.
recent playthrough,
Maybe
I tried to do a semi-pacifist run. The narrator took over because he's a bit of a dick like that, and then she killed me. But it was a mercy kill because she could see that I wasn't the one trying to kill her. She was like, "Hey, I believe you that you're not meaning to do that. So, you know what? I'm gonna kill you, but I'll keep it clean. Don't worry about it. It's not you, it's him."
The door
Yes,
to the basement
yeah, we did
opens
this. We're on
open,
the
revealing
prisoner
an
run
old stone
at the moment.
staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at
Well,
you.
it
the
would
heavy
appear that they
collar around
listened
her
this
neck
time.
clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well, my main complaint that I've had in previous playthroughs is that they've only ever had one shackle on her hand, and I've always thought that was a bit odd. It would appear that they listened this time round, now that she has at least 3 shackles. Played this 100% twice, promise no spoilers. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It is a good game, though. I'm liking it.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
That is a good point. Sorry, I got distracted by a notification on my phone. Back to what I was doing. Back to this prisoner.
What an interesting development. Why don't
So,
you have a seat?
I
The
am
two of us
now.
should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Well, I mean, there's no guarantee I'm going to bury it in her heart. This particular playthrough, I've taken the start aggressive, end pacifist. I've tried the start pacifist, end aggressive, but that was more because peer pressure from the narrator. I succumbed. I'm not sure I need to do much. She's pretty locked up. Oh, I can sit with her. That seems nice.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Where we keep some distance until we've sorted this out. I mean, I'm not trying to romance her, I'm just trying to have her not kill me. And maybe we can be friends.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I'll sit where she wants me to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
What do you mean? Been here before? Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died? No, I've asked that one before. Yeah, what's the deal with the other chain?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I'm good, thanks.
Maybe it'll fit.
If this was not a prison setting, I might say okay, but you know, given that this is a setting that is a literal prison, I'd prefer to not be shackled.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save
Yeah,
the
this is one of
world.
those occasions where I will actually agree with the narrator that locking myself in place next to the princess might not necessarily be the wisest move. You're asking about my intentions. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Oh, that's fair.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Why must every... I was going to say, why must every time I come in here do I need to cut off an arm? But she just said surgical removal. And if this... In one of my playthroughs, I did everything to click every option that annoyed the narrator. Yeah, I like doing that too. It is fun. The pacifist run especially, that was my last playthrough, he did not like me, because basically every step I was just going against his wishes, and he was just like, ugh, fine. So she's got one around her neck. Can she survive head removal? That would be impressive.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Oh, I'm not the only one thinking that then.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Game could be, it really does. Either that or I'm really predictable. Both are possibilities. Inspect the shackle? No. I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here.
Yeah, narrator man.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Contingency, eh? I'm probably gonna fuck it up for him still then.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse,
Yeah, I do have to wonder how much the narrator actually knows. Given that he seems surprised about the time loop thing.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. necessary even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh. Narrator getting self-deprecating.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information.
Yeah, pretty
For the
much.
sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I shouldn't be daydreaming. How am I supposed to cut you out? Yeah, there's one around her head.
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
That seems unwise.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident.
She does.
Maybe she knows something.
I mean,
we
if anyone
don't.
could survive a beheading, it's probably her.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world.
She might.
And she might use it to kill you.
All very valid possibilities.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
There are no pros. Hey, she might like me. Her friendship points might rise ever so slightly.
The pros are that we can't trust him. Possibly even more than we can't trust
Yeah,
her.
no, I can't trust either of
Whatever
them.
she
But
has
she's at
planned
least
could do
friendly
something to
more
mess with
often
what
than
he
not.
has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. They are definitely both having their own agenda. I can get you out of here. I'm not giving you a weapon. Can I, though? There's not really a way to get her out of here without a weapon. If you want to leave, I'm going to be the one with the weapon. No, I'm not going to do that, because, like, no. I'm just going to leave you here. Bye-bye. No, okay, you know what? Again, I'm trying to take a semi-pacifist approach on this particular run. I'm going to trust her. Possibly a dangerous move. In case you've forgotten, you killed me with her last time. She did kill me with her last time, but that was because, well, I was no longer controlling my own body. So it was kind of self-defense, I guess. I'm going to trust her, as stupid as that may be.
Slide it over.
I want to see how she survives removing the thing around her neck.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up
Maybe
with
I don't
any
care if the
other
world
idea,
ends.
like,
It's not my world.
say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world. Oh, well, tried to take over your body.
Angry grumbling.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little?
Well, at least he's honest.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She's like, I'll do it, but you gotta watch.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No. Because I'm streaming, I'm gonna watch in uneasy silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
I can see why this game has a mature rating. That's kind of ignoring the multiple times she's bitten her own arm off.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
I don't think this is gonna kill her.
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
That's the only reason I don't doubt that.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her
That was
neck
very vivid.
opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go,
She's healed from,
She
you know,
is
death
gone.
before.
isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
I love the hero's just like, why are we still looking at this?
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
Yeah.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
What's my opinion on the narrator? Well, I mean, I like the voice actor of the narrator. The narrator as a character is interesting. Definitely has his own agenda. Definitely doesn't like it when I go off script. And I think he's an interesting character. I think they're both very well written, both the narrator and the princess. But yeah, I do. I've liked the I've liked the voice actor from some of the other stuff that he's been in. So I think that was one of the, like, I'd heard good things about the game in general, but then I saw that he was connected to it, and I was like, oh well, I like him in that. So that is a good start. I'm gonna take the princess with me because I don't trust that she is actually dead.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way
maybe I
back
should have left
upstairs
it
to the
there and she
first
would have
floor
come
of the
back.
cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Yeah.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Yeah.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Oh?
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already...
Yay, I finally got to end the world.
over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Aw, she trusted me.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
It's always kind of sad when the hands come to Collector. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. We're that
What
one.
is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something more.
You approach the mirror, gaze into the reflection. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. I've just unlocked the remains. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a
Oh.
world beyond the
I was not
endless
expecting
walls
that.
of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
That's true. Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Oh, well, that's kind of sweet in a weird nihilistic way. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. The narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. He seems to live in his own little world, because whenever we get pulled into this world, he disappears. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. That seems dramatic. No, he does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. I don't know why, but I know this.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Do you think that anything is real? How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
this is the last stage, and I'm going to stay here. We've tried this approach. We took the brat approach last time, and the game crashed on me. Apparently, the game just does that if you tell them that you're just going to wait. if you tell her I'm just gonna wait here forever, she just goes fine, bet, and crashes the game on you.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time.
That's true.
I'll wait with you.
She remembers. Yeah, we've tried the waiting forever thing. It was pretty funny though. I definitely did not see that coming. That was very kind of fourth wall of it. Ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I'm dead.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here.
Okay, save that. And on that note, I might finish up. It does say that there's going to be only sort of one more for this particular playthrough. However, each playthrough seems to be getting longer each time I play it. So, given that I've been playing for, well, I've been streaming for about 3 hours so far, I might leave that for the next stream. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that because I'll potentially next stream I might be finishing this one. I do intend to finish this one because this game has actually got me locked in. But because you've just followed me, there's a thing that I do here at the moment. For every new follow, I've got a Bean Boozled challenge. So if you're not familiar with Bean Boozled, they are, well, they're beans, they're jelly beans, and each bean has 2 potential flavors, one good, one not. And for each follow at the moment, I join, well, I spin the wheel and I eat a bean. And because you just followed, it's time for another bean. So let's see what we get. Okay, my options are licorice or burnt rubber. I've only had this bean once before. It is, I got the burnt rubber one. It is probably the worst flavor in the box. I've not had the licorice one. I'm not a huge fan of licorice, but compared to burnt rubber, it is a definite improvement. So we got the burnt rubber one. Sorry, we got the black bean, which will be this one. So you can see it there. I'm really hoping it's licorice. It'll probably be really lucky for you if it's not, because burnt rubber is a very, I don't know, realistic flavor. It really does just taste like you're putting a tire on a fire. Oh, good. It's the burnt rubber one again. That's 2 for 2. That is fucking amazing. Congratulations. Oh, that one is just so bad. Wow. Okay, excuse me for 1 second. I just need to get that one down. Okay. Most of the other ones I can just power through. That is one of the few flavors where I'm just like, no, I need to, I need to dilute that real quick. Basically one scene with magic candles. Kinda, yeah. Because it's not a great flavor, that one. So congratulations. that was the burnt rubber flavor. I hope that was enjoyable to watch. So I'm probably going to finish that one up for today's stream. I will most likely complete that one on another stream. I like it. I am going to finish it at least once. I may play it more again afterwards, but probably like more off screen. But I am enjoying it. It got me hooked very quickly. It's very well written. It is very well voice acted, and they somehow managed to make a princess who will kill me in 90% of the playthroughs come across as downright adorable. So it's doing its job. I do also play a variety of other games. If I remember to play a game, sometimes I just forget to play a game and just talk for 3 hours. It's a bit of a mixed bag. So, but I do intend on playing through till the end of at least one playthrough of this one. When, I couldn't tell you, but it will happen. But on that note, thank you to everyone who has joined me this evening. I hope you enjoyed the stream and the game, and it's a lot of fun. And I hope if there is anyone who is not currently following, feel free to do so. Again, you might get to see me eat a disgusting bean. It's past midnight here. All good. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Comic. Hopefully I will see you next time. And I'm going to finish up. And I'm going to go have some lunch. Because it is nearly midday for me. So have a great night. Get some rest. Or have a great day if you're in a similar time zone to myself. And keep it cool. Keep it sexy. I will see you next time. Keep it real, guys. I'm off.